I can't walk into Ferrari and buy a car, I'm blacklisted. Everyone knows me as the car guy. Someone wants an SVJ, we've got it. Huracan, we have it. Urus, we have it.
You're getting paid to own 86 million of cars, basically.
You don't want to supply me a car, I'm going to get it from outside.
McLaren, Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari. All-time best ever. Ooh.
They're not happy with what I say, but I talk the truth.
In the UK, the roads are done, transport's ruined.
If you have more power than your government, you got a problem.
Oh, you must meet quite a lot of famous people.
Everyone, I've met everyone.
You sold Andrew Tate his Bugatti. Was that true? Amit, thanks for letting us come to your showroom.
You're most welcome anytime, man.
In the UK, the supercar market has crashed. Is it the same here in Dubai?
It depends. See, Dubai is different than the UK. The reason why I say that is because a lot of the people come to Dubai, they buy cars, they move to Dubai, then they relocate again back to the UK, back to Australia, back to the States.
Right.
Whereas in the UK, most of the people buying cars there are residents.
Right.
So then the market can crash because there's not much demand as there is in Dubai. So in Dubai, maybe 10,000 people are residents today, they all need a car. So the car market here is never going to crash. It's probably the fastest car market in the Middle East, in Dubai.
Wow. If car prices are coming down, does that make your rental business better, worse?
We buy anyway, we get cheap deals. So we buy from Europe most of the time. We do buy from the local market as well. But yeah, if the price does drop on the vehicles, then the rentals have to drop. But at the same time, it depends on the season. So with your first question is, the thing is with Dubai, we have a lot of tourists coming over. So that's why, and when the tourists come over, they move over. When they move over to Dubai, they want to buy a car. In the UK, you don't have that much people moving over to the UK as much as people are coming to Dubai. So that's why the market here is a bit more stable than probably the UK.
Wow. And do you own all these cars?
All the cars are mine.
You own every single one?
Yes, every single one.
No one in the UK, I think, would have the balls to do that.
Yes. I think, look...
Because weren't you in a little office just 4 or 5 years ago?
I had the first time we started, 30 square meters. So it was me, my admin that's still working with us.
Yeah.
Me, my admin, and one sales guy. After that, our lease ran out 2 years later. Then I decided to get a little bit bigger. And when I remember when I was signing the lease, it was like 650,000 dirham at the time, probably about 150K pounds.
Yeah.
And I jumped from like 10K pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a big jump. I was a bit scared. They're like, you know what, if you don't risk it, you're never going to find out.
Yeah.
Took the showroom. Then we were sort of the first company, pretty much, not saying in the world, but in the GCC market, to have an actual showroom for rent-a-car. Usually it's a car showroom to sell cars.
Yeah.
So that sort of helped us rank bigger, and people noticed us a little bit more than a normal regular rent-a-car company that's operating from a basement or from a garage or a warehouse.
Right.
And then from there, we moved here because our lease ran out from there, and he increased the rent on us like 300%. We weren't accepting it.
Right.
Back and forth with him. We took a new location that's getting built right now, but because of the delay, we're at this place. This is a temporary location. This is 20,000 square feet. But the next one that we're building right now, it's ready in 6 months. It's 80,000 square feet.
Wow. You're
not huge.
Not scared of growing too fast? Blowing up?
Look, you always have to think of the worst. But in our industry, Dubai is, more people are coming over, more people are moving over, more tourists are coming here than ever before, breaking records. So everyone that comes to Dubai wants to rent a car. But at the same time, the reason why we expanded so big, maintenance on our vehicles, we're opening the garage at the back. So that's why I took such a big land.
So how many tires are in there?
Yeah, that's the storage room. That's that's our storage room alone. We've got body kits in there, we've got rims, we've got exhaust systems, we've got everything that's in there that for our stock cars, what we've changed and replaced. So definitely need a bigger place. The other one's gonna have the car sales showroom at the front. So we're gonna sell cars now.
Right.
So because a lot of the clients that rent cars from us eventually wanna move to Dubai.
Right.
They wanna buy a car and they trust us.
Yeah.
So for us, it's like one-stop shop for everything. They buy a car, they don't like the color, take it to the back, we paint it. They want to buy a car, they want PPF, we got it in the back. So I did the 80,000 square feet mega showroom / garage / one-stop shop. Anything car related, we have it.
And you don't even think about failure?
I don't think about failure,
No.
Because we are our own customer. If the car doesn't do well in the sales, boom, I buy it, I add it to the fleet. If the cars need to go to the garage to get maintained, I'm spending about 100K pounds a month on maintenance.
Yeah.
100 cars, 100K a month. If you average that over, if you just minus the labor costs and stuff, yes, you're still gonna have spare parts and all that stuff you need to buy for breakdowns and all that kind of stuff. But like I can still save, like I'm my own customer.
Yeah.
That's 1.2 million pounds a year turnover. If I open a small garage, that money goes to me. Besides the cost, I'm still making profit. And then if I start, like I'm saving money. And then if I take on outside work, which a lot of people ring me, hey Ahmed, I need to change my color on my car. Where can I wrap it? Come to my garage. They trust us, so we're gonna have a lot more work as well. So that might turn out to be something huge.
Yeah. So you have 100 cars.
100 cars plus, yeah.
And you own them all.
Every single one of them's mine.
Right. So what's the total value of that fleet?
That I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
There's 86 million dirham
86 million
as
worth
per
of cars.
insurance, but that's besides the cars that I own in the personal collection. So then I have some classics. I got some other cars, but in the rental business, I got 86 million dirham.
Wow.
So far.
What have you got in your private collection?
Private collection. Well, I've got on order right now, Bugatti Tourbillon, allocation for the W1. That's on order. I got the slot for the Valhalla, and I got a slot for I already started building the Koenigsegg Jumeirah.
And I mean, they're, I guess, just going to go up, those cars.
Those cars, 100%. I think the Tourbillon's worth 18 million dirhams, 4 million euro. I think it'll be worth 6 million easy when it's ready, but those cars I won't sell and I won't rent them either. They're just for personal collection. The reason why I bought 4 of them is I can drive them and I can control the mileage on them.
Right.
So drive
As
one.
in rotate them
Yeah,
like
I'll rotate them
watches.
around
Yeah.
like the watches. Yeah, I'll rotate them around. I get to use them. I get to enjoy them, and you don't get bored of them.
Yeah. And your car collection that you own in the rental, has that gone down or up since
Only
you bought
up.
it? You're getting paid to own 86 million of cars, basically.
Yes.
You own a massive fleet of 100 cars, and you're making money out of them on the
100%.
appreciation.
Oh,
and
sorry.
the
No,
rental.
look, they are depreciating in value, the cars.
But didn't after lockdown did they go
That's
up?
the thing. So
Yeah.
some of the cars I bought were in around lockdown times.
Yeah.
And I made a lot of money on those cars. But now from then till now, they're 4 years old. So most of those fleet I've already sold.
Yeah.
But like now the euro is down. The euro is 3.77. Usually the euro is 4.10.
Yeah.
So we're saving around, we're saving good money on each car. I'm saving 20, 30,000 euros.
So you arbitrage the currencies by buying them in different countries.
Also I do that as well.
That's
yeah.
smart.
Yeah. There's more deep. Like I go really deep when it comes to buying cars.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get like I said before, you might have someone living here for a year, bought a supercar, ran out of money, wants to fly back home, rings me up. Ahmed, I have a Huracan. How much you want for 150k pound? I need the money today. Come, bring it to the showroom.
So they sell cars under market
Bargains,
to you.
yeah, because I know I'm ready to go.
Because you're liquid and you can buy them quick.
Correct. And a lot of places you go, they'll start to check the cars, then they want to do paint tests, and then they want to do all these mechanic. I'm a quick buyer, I buy it, whether it needs to be fixed or not, I'll take it to my garage, I'll repair it, I'll put it back on the road. Not saying damaged cars, but I'm saying like if it's got some scuffs on the paint, some minor work, other garages will start to bargain them and try to, I'm just straight shooter. This is the price you want it, bring the car, now the money's ready. So in that sense, we make some good money like that too.
Right. And are you seeing a lot more Brits coming over to Dubai, a lot more British customers?
A lot of British customers.
Yeah.
It used to be one of our main market, the UK, but now like the US is starting to come over. A lot of the Australians are coming over. But like, we have a lot of Europeans. It just comes seasonal though.
Right.
So it depends where you are in the world, what's going on in your country at the time, then they come over here.
Yeah. I understand, I've not hired one of these here, but I understand that the prices to rent cars in Dubai is a lot cheaper than the UK. Is that right?
A lot cheaper than the UK. Reason being, obviously in the UK you got taxes. So you got taxes on your money that you're going to be making as an income. Plus when you buy the car, you got luxury car tax. As in Dubai, you don't have luxury car tax on the car. They've just implemented 9% taxes for businesses.
Corporation tax.
Yep. So we have to pay 9% this year,
Yeah.
which is fine. You go to the roads. There's no potholes on the road.
Yeah.
The money's going back into the government. Government's spending it back on the roads and infrastructure. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
We're happy paying the 9% tax.
Well, yeah. I mean, in the UK, the roads are done. They're ruined. The NHS is ruined. Transport's ruined.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's similar to back home where I'm from Sydney, Australia. Pretty much the
Police
same
is
system.
ruined.
Everything there is finished.
Yeah. Would you wear a Mille in London?
In London, no. I will wear the AP though, because AP now when you buy an AP, they're giving you 2 years insurance with the watch that you buy, so replacement. So if you get mugged or get stolen or something, AP will replace that watch for you.
I didn't know
first
that.
2 years. Yeah, it's a new thing that they brought out I think last year. So when I was at Geneva and I picked up my last AP, they made me sign a document. I'm like, what's this for? And he's like, this is insurance for your watch. I'm like, what do you mean insurance for my watch? He's like, yes, we give you insurance. So if your watch gets stolen, we got you covered.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty innovative.
Pretty good
Because
for a market that needs it.
Yeah, it's risky.
You know?
It does need it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, I know you're not from the UK, but why do you think so many watches are getting nicked in London?
I think there's a high crime rate in London. The government's not doing a good job in terms of protecting their people, and laziness. I don't know. People need money. Obviously you got, the crime links to drugs and links to other things. So people, need money. They do anything they can to make money.
Yeah.
So we don't have that much of a problem.
What would happen in
home.
Dubai if someone nicked a 500 grand watch?
I've never seen it happen, and if someone does do it, they'll be in a lot of trouble. I think that's why people already have that fear in their head. They know maybe if you get caught nicking a watch in the UK, they'll probably give you 3 months jail.
Well, do you know the conviction rate on theft in the UK is 3%?
Yeah.
So it's basically legal.
Yeah. So if they give you a 1 year good behavior bond, is that going to teach you a lesson? No. If you're doing 2 years for a watch and plus deportation, plus,
Yeah.
you'll think twice before you do a crime for something so small.
Yeah. And is it similar in Australia? Has crime gone up in Australia, or how is it there?
Crime has gone up in Australia, yes. A lot of petty crime, but it's still nowhere near the UK.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gang violence there.
Right.
So there's a lot of gang violence. It's between families, between feuds between people over turf and areas and territories. But besides that, they got a shooting once every month. Today, I seen the news today. Someone got shot. They opened his door. They shot him in the house. They have a lot of shootings there. Drive-by shootings, normal shootings, daylight killings.
And that doesn't happen.
But it's
in
only
Dubai.
mainly gang versus gang. You won't see that happen to a random
Right.
bystander walking the streets. You're okay.
Yeah. And Dubai, none of that.
Dubai zero. I've never seen a gun here. I've never seen a weapon here. I've never seen anyone. Even the security, the chop security guards, they come and take the money. They got a baton, not even a gun,
Right.
because no one will go near them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I've ever seen a policeman here.
No,
I've
been
never seen a homeless person.
6 years here. I got pulled over one time for crossing a yellow light in 6 years of my time here, and I drive fancy cars, nice cars. Never.
Wow.
They got cameras. They got the system is in place,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't want to break the law here. I love the place. I respect the place. Even out the window, you won't even toss rubbish out the window.
No.
You won't even throw trash out the window because you respect the place. I know some other places, people just throw the whole bag out the window. They don't care.
Yeah.
Here, it won't happen. If the police don't stop you, the public will stop you. They're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So it's a bit different than anywhere else.
Yeah.
I just came back from the States. I seen a lot of homeless there. Then I seen the good sides of LA. I've been around the world. I still feel home here.
Yeah.
It's clean, eco-friendly. Everything is here.
Yeah. So, what car out of all your fleet seems to be most common? People love to rent the most.
The most common rented car that we have in the fleet will be a Lamborghini Huracan. That one right there,
Yeah.
for example. Why? People that come here, a lot of them are tourists. For 3,000 dirham a day, they can get a Lamborghini Huracan drop top, and it's cheap, it's reasonable value, and it's a Lambo. Second will be like a Ferrari, a F8 or something.
Yeah.
And then it goes up in stages, depends on their budget and depends how many times they've come to Dubai. So the ballers that have came 3-4 times, they won't drive a Huracan anymore. They want the best of the best.
Right. And
So-
what kind of thing would they rent?
Ferrari Purosangue, the new SUV, Ferrari 812, the Novatec.
Yeah.
Some of the heavy hitters, the SVJs, the Revueltos, those ones. So it's a funny thing, when it comes to the car rental business, because we've set a trend in Dubai, and we hit the market correctly, and we've got all these unique cars like the Brabus, the funky colors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the other renter cars are following us. They're trying to do the same things that we
Yeah.
do, shoot videos in the same location, do TikToks, do all that to get the market. But because we've been out since day one, everyone knows us. Good luck to the other companies by far, but we bought a Maserati MC20, one of the worst cars we had in our fleet. Didn't rent, people were nagging about it. 2,000 kilometers in, transmission broke.
Shit.
Went back to the agency, came back, 8,000, gone again.
Right.
So 2 times in a few months, we ended up selling it. But because the other renter car seen us promoting it, they all went and bought one.
And you were
And now
laughing.
they're all stuck with it.
Yeah.
So there's cars that we buy as a trial and error, like Polaris slingshots. We bought 3 of them for the winter times. People can ride them, the 3-wheeler motorbikes, whatever.
Yeah.
They did okay, but they weren't really the best option because you need a motorcycle license to rent them. There was so much politics behind it.
Yeah.
Other renter cars went and bought them. They thought, if Ahmed's doing it, we're going to do it. We're going to be like Ahmed.
Yeah.
It failed again.
Yeah.
So sometimes we lie on camera of what's doing well, and then we see them buy it, and then we sit in the office and we laugh. So
But surely you must take it as a compliment there.
we love it. Look, that means, if people are trying to do what we do, it means we're doing something right. So good luck to them.
Yeah, and surely, and I like that when you say good luck to them, because in Britain, we're terrible for supporting entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Everyone wants everyone to fail.
Yeah.
You do well, and they want to bring you down. It's not a zero-sum game. Surely we can all be successful.
What you were just saying there with the fail thing, I did an April Fool's joke last year that I'm closing my business down, and I've called it quits. I'm broke and all this kind of stuff. I had about 6,000 comments. Maybe 4,000 of those comments were negative.
Wow.
Like they're happy that I'm losing my business and all that stuff. 2,000 were like, do you need any support? Today, someone just seen that video and sent me a message in the morning. He goes, all I have is $500. And if you need it, because I've seen your video that you closed, because the video is still going viral, and they're actually thinking I've closed the business down.
Right.
He's like, if you need that $500, it's my last money. I'm happy to give it to you proudly.
Wow.
Like that one I woke up to today in the morning, I was really impressed. Like there is some good people out there in this world. But we weren't leaving anywhere, man. We're here.
Yeah.
But like, just got to say, like the negatives, people love failure. People love, 4,000 comments were like, okay, suck shit, blah, 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 all this kind of negative stuff. The other rental cars that are opening in Dubai, some of them are friends of mine or ex-clients of ours that used to rent cars from us. And there's nothing but love for them. I don't go sort of near their people. They can do whatever they want. I'm happy for them. We do our thing. We have our clients. We've been around for a long time. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Does that motivate you? You know, when there's a load of haters out there or all 4,000 negative comments, does that like, you know, do you take that as energy?
I take it as energy and I throw it back in their face. You know? I don't go target them I don't write back to the comments. I don't have time for that. But at the same time, I just go stronger. Next week, I bought another 5 cars.
Yeah.
It's like yesterday, someone wrote one of the comments on my video has gone viral for the Koenigsegg. He's like, yeah, this is all staged. I'm like, it's the first time I replied to someone in a very long time. I'm like, champion, go on my YouTube, did a factory tour, we paid the money, we spec'd the car, it's getting built. Simple. Yeah. Like he's like, oh, this is all staged, that he didn't go in and buy the Koenigsegg. Check my YouTube channel. Yeah. You'll see it getting spec'd. You'll see my car. You'll see me with Christian Koenigsegg. Yeah. With the owner of Koenigsegg. Like there's no, whatever I post is true. I'm living my dream, but it's getting done. So a lot of people think I'm an influencer, but I'm not. I just built my brand on my business, and I built myself like as my name. Yeah. And but like I get people ringing me up all the time. Come out, we'll pay you to come and shoot for us. I'm like, guys, I don't do this.
You turn them down, do you?
I don't do it. Like it's not me. I got offered 300K for crypto. I don't do crypto. Yeah. Especially if people get scammed. I don't want to have a bad name in the market. Yeah. And then other things, come and promote restaurants and that. If you're my mate and I come to your restaurant, I have a lot of followers. Yeah. I'll post for nothing. Yeah. And I don't want free food. I'll still support you and I'll pay you. Yeah. To come and eat at your restaurant. That's what true people are. Yeah. I'm not gonna go charge you $100,000 because if your food's good and I genuinely like the service, I'll post it. The cinema guy that's building the cinema at my house right now, I paid him in full, no discounts. I posted him yesterday. His work's amazing. He deserves to get more credit. Yeah. That's supporting other people. Yeah. I feel like Dubai has a lot of that though. Yeah. A lot of people support each other. Like you said, you had the podcast with Tam Khan. Really nice guy. Yeah. Very supportive guy. Maz, Virgin Radio, very supportive. Like everyone tries to help each other grow, and that's how it should be. Yeah. You know? Not put each other down.
No, and like places like Australia, the UK, some parts of Europe, all they want to do is put people down. Yeah.
You see how many filtered comments I get, like abusive and stupid messages that you get inboxed. It's crazy.
Yeah, and you say you're not an influencer. So do you use social media as a marketing tool?
Yes.
Then? Yeah. So it's not like you don't love social media, you just use it because it's great for marketing?
No, look,
or did you learn to love it because
I've always had social media, and then when I started doing the videos and I started getting recognized when I'm going out to places, you're the car guy. I'm like, man, this is actually, it's fun. You enjoy it, you know? Yeah. And then now when I go to restaurants, first, I skip the queue, I go to places, I skip places. Like, man, so I just kept on going from there. Like, I get these privileges. I'm not asking for no freebies. I just want to have that extra bit of like, taken care of, that's all.
And have you put all your own money into this, or have you got investors?
No, all my own money. No investors. People have tried to approach me. That's some of the comments that I get. People say that the company is owned by a sheikh and that I work for a sheikh or something. I'm like, guys, does a sheikh really need a rental-car company? Like,
he's doing all right.
He's already got money, man. Like, you know. But like on a good note though, the support with the April Fool's video I did, and they thought I was actually closing down. I had some big guys ring me. They rang Ryan on his phone and like, is Ahmed okay? Does he need anything? Yeah. He can't close his business down. We love what he does.
That's great.
You know, I promote tourism in the country.
Yeah, you must be a good advert for Dubai.
100%. Yeah. So I promote tourism for them. A lot of people come. They're sensible with our cars because we educate our clients. We don't just let them do whatever they want with the cars. But on that sense, like they're like, does he need anything? If he needs any support, we're here to support him. Yeah. So just that phone call was enough for me to know, hey, they've got my back. These big guys in the background, they know what I'm doing. They see me doing it. They just don't approach. But like, yeah, man, I'm really happy.
I just wish the West would learn from this.
I think the way they rule the country, the way they run this country, it's perfect.
Yeah.
This recent budget should warn you that your pension is not safe and secure, and they're coming for your inheritance. Do you even know how much is in your pension or where your pension is invested? Add to this the recent inheritance tax grab on your pensions and the risk of a market crash. You probably didn't know this, and I didn't until recently, but physical gold can be added to your pension pot. Gold is inheritance tax free and has grown 700% in the last 20 years. You probably know from my content I'm investing heavily in silver and gold, and that's why I've partnered with Direct Bullion. Myself and Nigel Farage are brand ambassadors, and Direct Bullion can help you with gold to protect and grow your pension. I buy my gold and silver from Direct Bullion, and I don't earn any money on any purchases of gold or silver if you buy direct from Direct Bullion. So if you go to robmore.directbullion.com, you can get a great price on your silver and gold, and you can get the pension gold investing guide completely for free. As you know, I don't do many strategic partnerships. And when I do them with people who are credible, who've been doing it a long time, who invest in things that I invest in too, and gold and silver's going wild. I'm investing heavily in gold and silver, and I recommend you check out robmore.directbullion.com.
So let's rank these four supercar brands.
These four supercars, to rank them.
We've got McLaren,
Lamborghini,
Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari.
Okay. Porsche.
All-time best ever.
We'll start with the lowest one, for example. It'll be a Porsche, because Porsche don't make supercars and hypercars.
Would Porsche argue with that?
They'll say they have the 918 as well. They will argue with me about this one. But I still feel like it's not they're more for track-focused cars.
Right.
Which obviously Lamborghini and Ferrari and that all made for the track. But as me, as growing up and loving cars, Porsche GT2 RS, my favorite car. Porsche 918 will also be one of my favorite cars from Porsche.
Yeah.
But for Porsche will be the least one.
Okay. Do many people want to rent Porsche from you
All the
here?
time. All the time. You have a specific Porsche lover.
Right.
So we've got the 911 Turbo S, Brabus. So it's upgraded to a Brabus. We've got the 911 Carrera S, Spider. We've got the GT3 RS, and we have the normal GT3.
Right.
So we have that market, and those cars are always out. Porsches are always out. And we have the Macans and the Cayennes and all that stuff. I was talking about the heavy hitters. McLaren's going to kill me for this because they just gave me the W1. McLaren will go third in terms of... actually, McLaren will go second. Wait. I'm a bit confused. It's a hard one, man.
That's why it's a good question.
Yeah, it's hard. McLaren will probably go... They've got new models coming out. They've got some nice stuff. But I'll rank them third. Yeah, third will be McLaren. Second will be Lamborghini. Ferrari will be first.
Okay, so why McLaren third?
It was a hard one. So I'll pretty much put McLaren with Lamborghini, same sort of category, number two.
Yeah, because, I mean, that P1's a great car, isn't it? And I think it's like, what, 1.2 million pounds in the UK you'll get one. That feels cheap for a P1.
Yes, correct.
And if you look at the price of the F1,
they're
20 million pounds.
30 million now,
30 million.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So that feels like...
Crazy.
Yeah.
But we're talking about that specific car. If you're talking about the whole range, though...
Oh, yes.
That's why I was ranking them in that whole range. If you're talking about specific cars, I'll prefer a W1 over some other heavy hitters. Like Lamborghini, they got the Sian and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I see them as a hypercar. I'll still take the W1 over a Sian, for example. So when it comes in ranking-wise, it depends. If you're ranking supercars, just the supercars in general, obviously it'll be Ferrari, Lambo, McLaren, then Porsche.
Right.
But if you're talking in the overall heavy hitters, the order changes.
Yeah, okay. So with the McLaren, the reason I've never bought one, because I have a car collection myself, is because I'm told the service and the ongoing repairs and maintenance is ridiculously bad.
Look.
Is that true?
Yes.
Why don't they just shake
they
it
have,
up?
They have.
Because apparently they're brilliant to drive.
So now, McLaren 570Ss used to have problems.
Yeah.
The 720Ss, I've changed 3 engines. Maybe 4 now. We have another one in the garage right now, changing another engine. So there's 4 engines with us.
Yeah.
So every time they hit about 40,000 kilometers, engine shoots itself. We have to replace it.
That's no good for someone like you, is it?
For us, it's very bad. For an end user, some of them I know that have no problems with their 720Ss.
Right.
They never have a problem. Why? Maybe our ones, they get thrashed a lot, and maybe
and quite high
cold
mileage.
starts, driving straight away, high mileage
in a short time,
all that kind of stuff. But in terms of the new McLarens that they're bringing out, like the Artura, I've got 40,000 kilometers on my Artura now, 0 problems. Infotainment system went off once. They replaced it for me under warranty, no issues at all. And this is a hybrid we're talking. And then we bought 2 other Artura Spiders now, no issues at all, 0 issues. So they've stepped up their game, and now Abu Dhabi just bought McLaren. So they're going to spend a lot of money, and they're going to invest a lot of money into the business. So they're going to come out with some crazy cars. I was with the CEO of McLaren. So I was with him at the McLaren showroom in Dubai, and we discussed a lot of things because they're the only company that supports us as a rent-a-car company.
How do you mean? The only company that
Like
supports
McLaren actually gives us rent-a-car warranty.
Oh, right.
So because Lamborghini and Ferrari actually blacklist you if you're a rent-a-car company. You can't buy cars from them. So all of our Ferraris come from Europe.
So you can't buy cars from Ferrari?
I can't walk into Ferrari and buy a car. I'm blacklisted because I'm the owner of a rent-a-car company.
How
I'm
does
like, even if it's for my personal collection, not possible.
How does that make you feel?
Very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could buy a lot of cars from them.
100%. But they don't want that business.
They don't want you renting
They
out
don't
the
want
cars.
that business. They don't want a rent-a-car or a guy selling the car, resale, dealers, all that kind of stuff. They're not interested.
And do you think that adds weight and heritage to the brand? Or do you think that makes you feel like they're arrogant?
I feel like Ferrari want to be special, like Hermes. You walk in to get a bag, you can't get one. They want to make you feel like, hey, you really want it, you have to be VVIP, or you have to be with us for a long time, you got to be part of a family. Lamborghini used to give us cars. Now there's new ownership in Dubai. They've changed their policy. Rent-a-car also not allowed. So we cancelled all our orders, and now we're buying them from Europe. I buy them from Germany. For example, the Purosangue, I had the first one in the UAE, a red one, and I got that from outside. They weren't happy with me, but
But if they weren't...
You don't want to supply me a car, I'm going to get it from outside. Same with the Revuelto. We had the first Lamborghini Revuelto in the UAE. It was a green one. It's on my story. They gave me a bit of a hard time trying to register that car. Ended up getting it managed. They wanted all these extra documents and stuff, that the car came from Lamborghini with the hologram stamps, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
They're just trying to give me a hard time. They tried to get it. But at the same time, if you have a car from Europe and you live in Europe and you want to bring your car to Dubai, you can. So like, that was my sort of, it was my car. I wanted to bring my car here. Just because I had it before your dealership doesn't really matter. But so Lamborghini, it will affect their sales in the future. They don't see it for future long term. Now they're just playing hard to get because of after COVID, the stock was running low and all that kind of stuff.
And
but watch
going up.
soon they're gonna they're already approaching me like, oh, book it under your personal name, and when the car comes you can switch it and all that. But they sort of lost my business.
Right. Yeah. But would you go back if they approached you and said, look, we'll sell to you?
I have a pretty good profile and connect now outside of Dubai. So
Right,
they give me cheaper cars, I get them cheaper, they're for rental. So for example, a Huracan can cost me about $1 million dirham from outside. Local market, you're paying 1.5. You're a rental anyway, so when you're going to go sell it, you're going to lose money anyway. So why lose extra and just lose what you know? Smarter option to buy from Europe.
Yeah.
And I get it first because Europe gets their cars before here. So the Revuelto, we had it the first in the country. Now people are starting to receive the units. We had it 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
Very entrepreneurial.
So with McLaren though, McLaren give us rent-a-car warranty.
Yeah.
I buy it under my rent-a-car company name, so I can claim the VAT on it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're buying it from Lamborghini, you can't. You have to put it in your personal name.
Right.
And then you can't really claim the VAT. There's so much pros and cons that you can't. That's why I was a bit upset with those two brands.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you come and you rent a Lamborghini Huracan, you'll probably go and buy one. Or your dream will to go and buy one. You're going to work hard.
So you're marketing for them.
You're going to work so hard to go back home, back to UK, wherever you're from, to save as much money as you can to go and buy a Lamborghini. So yes, it's a rental, but like if you say that, what's the difference between a rental and an end user? Apple iPhone gives you warranty for 2 years or whatever on the phone because they're confident with their product. Why don't you give us a rent-a-car, a Lamborghini Huracan with rent-a-car warranty for 2 years? Do you understand my point?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Do you understand my point?
I'm letting it land.
That's what I say to them, and then they're not happy with what I say, but I talk the truth.
Yeah.
If you're so confident with your product, you'll be able to sell it to a rent-a-car. People will drive that car, they'll test drive that car. If they like it, they're going to go and buy one. They're going to save up their dream money, and they're going to go buy that car. I have many dealers ringing me. Ahmed, yesterday, Ahmed, do you have a 765 LT? Sorry, I don't. Why? I have a client that wants to buy our one, but we can't let him test drive our car. We're going to give him your one for a day. He'll pay you, and if he's happy with it, he's going to come and buy our car. That's sales. But some of the bigger manufacturers, they don't want to see it. But McLaren, on the other hand, they're supporting us.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the W1 I bought, they made me sign a waiver that it's not going to be for rent, which I was freely to sign because that's genuinely not for rent. Plus the insurance companies won't insure more than, I think, 600k pounds on a car.
Right.
As a rent-a-car. That's their policy. It maxes, unless if you get a reinsurance company, but very difficult. So we had experience with the Bugatti when we had the Chiron. So we know that if you're going to buy a car for 10, 12 million dirham, you're not going to have a 3 million dirham policy on it. You're not going to rent it.
Yeah.
You're going to lose 10 million if they have an accident, or 9 million dirham when they have an accident. So, of course, all those hypercars are for my collection. They're just me for social media, you know, lifestyle sort of stuff. And knowing I have these hypercars in my basement will be sick.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait. First one I received, the Jumeirah this year. They also now have a rental-car company. They welcome me to the factory and everything.
Yeah.
Just some of the other companies, it's crazy why they don't give a rental-car company a car. What's the difference whether it's an end user or someone renting it?
Do you think Ferrari have they're a bit behind the times? Alex, Supercar Blondie, said to me, you know, they really market to the old white male, whereas she thinks Lambo are a bit younger.
Yes.
Rolls Royce are going
Correct.
younger.
Correct. See, Rolls-Royce as well, they sell us as a rent-a-car, no issues at all.
Right.
The Cullinans that we have, they're all under the company fleet. They go for warranty. They fix it under warranty, everything.
Yeah.
Lamborghini used to, so all our old cars that are under the rent-a-car, our SVJ just got back from the agency. They were all included with the warranty packages.
Yeah.
But the new buys that you're buying, they're not giving rent-a-car. They got a new policy out now.
Right.
Which they'll see in the future, their sales will decline. Not that, look, Lamborghini had their best year last year. Not saying they're going to decline. People are still going to buy them. We're still going to buy them, but not directly from the dealership.
Yeah.
So we're giving the second-hand dealers premiums. So where that premium can be in the manufacturer's pocket.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because then just more grey market dealers will come
Yes.
out if they can make more money.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think they should, you know, maybe limit rent-a-car companies, give them 2 units per company or something
Yeah.
small, maintain it, come to an agreement.
Or just pick a few
Yeah.
or qualify them.
Qualify them,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. See, with McLaren, the most important they wanted from us, they want to know, do we have trackers in them? Yes. You shut them down if your clients are doing something crazy? Yes. Once they heard all this, they were super happy.
Yeah.
Because they know that, you know, they're not going to be doing silly things in a rental of a supercar.
Yeah.
That was their main concern, to be honest.
Right. And have you ever blacklisted clients or banned people from renting
Look,
from you?
in general, very rare. We probably got about 5 or 10 clients on the blacklist.
And why would you blacklist someone?
Either they didn't pay their fines, or we've opened a case on them in the past because they didn't pay their fines.
Right.
We won the case, and they sort of went dirty about it. So just the small things like that.
Yeah.
But generally, if you shut down the car on them, they ring you, they apologize, and they drive, they behave after that.
When you say shut down the car, do you mean physically shut
physically
down?
turn it off?
You can remotely...
Yeah, remotely shut the car
just
down.
kill it. You've got a
100%.
kill switch.
We don't do it while they're driving.
No,
we don't want to hurt someone.
Yeah.
But as soon as they get to the next destination, we shut it down.
Nice.
And then they call you, panicking, stuck in the desert, 50-degree heat. Please, the car's not turning on. AC, we need... I said, all right, well, behave.
Yeah, pay the fine.
Yeah, start the car up for them.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So back to your list, you had Porsche 4th, McLaren 3rd, you went Lamborghini 2nd.
Ferrari first.
And Ferrari 1st. Yeah. Why that order? Why not Lamborghini 1st?
I feel like Ferrari have... Look, they got it. I'm not saying Ferrari... As you get older, like Ferrari starts to mold to you a little bit more than a Lamborghini, you know. That's in my opinion. Other people might not be happy with what I'm saying, but you know, I just like they got the Competiciones, they got the VS, the new 296 wide body coming out. They do like a version of each model, which attracts you to it. The V12, the naturally aspirated, which even though they're doing it with the Revuelto, but they got the hybrid system, but like they still come out with the 12 cylindry. They still got the 812 GTS, and they're comfortable to drive. They're more relaxed. When you sit in the car, it's more relaxing. The Lambo is more aggressive. Like young people, you know, I'm 35, I'm still considered halfway there, but like, I used to love Lambos. I still do.
Yeah.
The Revuelto is one of my favorite supercars.
Right.
But when it comes to like exclusive cars, SP2s, SP3s, like Ferrari does all that extra mile.
Yeah.
You know, they go for those extra models. They have those extra nice rare cars, La Ferraris and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Where Lamborghini is more aggressive, but they don't have anything crazy besides the Sienna or the Countach and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and they just feel like reworked.
Correct.
Sort
Like
of lower
old
base
school,
models.
like if you tell me classics, you know, I prefer a Countach, prefer a Diablo. Like I love the doors that go up and all that kind of stuff. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But for me, because I see all these every day, the supercars, I'm no longer a fan. I love supercars. I'm not gonna say I'm no longer a fan, but I'm into like the hypercars now.
Yeah.
I want to have a collection. I want the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Because like a Lambo is like a taxi. You see it you see it every single day.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere around you. You want something exclusive. You want to be unique. You want something one of 1, 1 of 10, 1 of 50. That's where you start to.
Yeah.
So I think when you get silly with your money, you're stupid with your money. You just start buying weeds.
And that endless chase. Are you okay with that? Don't you ever just sort of think, well, you know, maybe I just want to relax now and enjoy what I've got?
Not yet. I've still got a few more years in me.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few more years.
Yeah. Do you think you'll be doing this forever?
The rent-a-car business, the thing is we're too big. So I'm not just going to close down and sell all my cars and pack it up because we make good money.
Yeah.
If I do get approached by a big firm that wants to give me a crazy, silly offer with all my fleet, with the whole business, then I probably will consider selling.
Yeah.
But for me to just give up or close down and just let it go, it's too much of a, like, the brand's out there, everyone knows us. Thrifty came yesterday to my office. They want to link up with us to be a partner of them in the airport. So if that's the case, because they don't have supercar hire, if that's the case, we're going to need another 100 cars. The business is going to get bigger.
Yeah.
Because then you're open to people that are loyal to Thrifty, or people that be coming to rent a Toyota Camry and they say, oh, you have a G-Wagon for rent. Why don't we try that for a day? Like, that will increase business for us as well.
Yeah.
So even though we're pretty fully booked out majority of the year, but like, it's just extra business. And if we see it making us money, I'll go buy another fleet of 50, 60, 70 cars. Right now, I've sort of focused on my personal collection with my money and buying villas and renovating and buying off plan and all that kind, because the real estate market's crazy. I have a real estate company. I have a chauffeur company. I have other companies that I have in the UAE, but everyone knows me as the car guy. So I try to invest elsewhere now, because supply and demand's pretty good at the moment. But if these new contracts come in place and we make a lot more money, I'm going to have to be buying more cars and expand it even more.
Right. And are you diversifying just because you like to make more money, or you want to protect your overall portfolio? Are you into like multiple streams of income?
I love multiple streams of income. The other companies that I have bring me income every month, but I don't touch that money. I just let it sort of build in those accounts. And then once it hits to a certain amount, I'll buy a property with that money, or I'll buy something else. And then the money that brings me from this business, I throw it back into cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Every single penny goes back into the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last month, added 5 cars. Audi RS7 Performance 2025, RS5, SQ7 7-seater, a Ferrari Purosangue, the red one, and a McLaren Artura Spider.
Yeah.
So every month I'm adding 3, 4, 5 cars.
Right.
So that's how I'm building it up.
Yeah. And what do you think about the price of some of these new cars, like the Purosangue? I think it's 350,000.
They depreciated a lot.
Yeah.
So in Dubai, I sold my first unit, 4 million dirhams, 1 million pounds. We're just under 1 million pound, but maybe 900K pounds.
So it went initially a big
That was
premium.
the first one I ever bought, and I sold it, and the offer I got, I couldn't refuse.
Yeah.
And it was a big profit for me because the price was 2.5 million dirham. And the guy that bought it off me, very, very wealthy guy, very powerful guy, he rang me, told me, where's the car? Because I had it online before I bought the car here. I'm like, it's in customs. He's like, I'll clear it. You know, it must be in the government or something. He's like, I'll clear this car. I'll take the car from you. I'm like, can I at least do a video with it? He's like, of course you can. He goes, but I want the car. And then when he came, I did the video, paid me the money. Everyone was happy, gone.
Yeah.
But like now you want to buy that same car, 2.3 million, 1.7 down in 8 months.
Yeah, it's a big
7
drop.
months. They drop. Now they'll fluctuate. I think now they'll just sit at, I think the price for that car will be about 2 million dirham. That's where it should sit.
Right.
Anything over, it's a bit overpriced.
And do you think the price is up a lot because they're trying to wipe out the grey market and the reseller market and the premium
That's
market?
what they're trying to do, but at the same time, long term, it's not a good strategy.
No, because it's too much money for the car.
The cars will start to sit there.
Yeah.
They'll start
and if
to
you
slow
can get
down.
an Urus a lot cheaper and an RSQ, is it the RSQ8, the 4x4, even cheaper still?
For example, the Lamborghini Urus, they came out from the dealer 1.8 for a Performante. Now the dealer's selling for like 1.650. I can get that same car from Europe, landed here, 1.2, brand new.
Right.
Give it a few months, someone that's used, bit of mileage, wants to sell, 1 million dirham.
Yeah.
You're taking it. Turn 50K pound.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can buy 3 of those instead of 1 Purosangue.
Yeah.
And I can rent each one out for 3.5. Get more clients, have more cars available, have more business than having one car that I'm pushing for 10K a day.
Yeah.
So as a business side, but you have to have every single model.
Yeah.
So in the Ferrari range, we have every single Ferrari. You go for Lamborghini, we have every single Lamborghini.
And is that because they all want all of them, or you just have to be seen to have them
I want to be seen to have them all,
Yeah.
but at the same time, someone wants a SVJ, we've got it. Someone
Yeah.
wants a Huracan, we have it. Someone
Yeah.
wants a Urus, we have it.
Right.
812, Novatec, we've got it.
Yeah.
Spider Vision, we have it. Like, you got to cater for them.
Yeah.
So you don't go anywhere else. You got that client with us. And then we'll switch him to other cars.
Yeah.
Eventually, you know?
Yeah.
And then regular people that come all the time, they get bored of the same car. Huracan. I want something different. I want something
Yeah.
loud. I want something expensive. So you got to be catering for everyone.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
So can I ask your advice on
course.
cars, personally? So
course.
I've got an Aventador, and I love it.
A lot of problems.
Actually, I've done all right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always trying to upsell me a new gearbox
Yeah.
and everything else, but
Yeah, I've changed my gearbox 3 times.
Right, not changed
on the
mine.
SVJ.
Oh, okay.
Three times.
Wow.
How much mileage do you have on your car?
15,000?
Still early days. Mine's got
Still
45, I think mine's got 50,000 on the clock.
Right.
Kilometers, which is about
Yeah.
maybe 30,000 miles. We've changed the transmission twice.
Because don't the engines go
Starter
at a
motor
certain-
twice.
wow.
Clutch recently changed.
Yeah.
Differential changed. List doesn't stop.
So this is coming.
Engine changed. My first Aventador that I had in my fleet was the biggest regret I ever done.
Really?
We sat 11 months in the agency in the first year, like back and forth. It will come out. Even this SVJ, it breaks down. 2 weeks later, I send it back to the agency. It gets fixed. Same day, like my worker, Ryan, rang me today and told me, the SVJ's back. I pray to God that nothing's going to happen today with my client because he's already got the shits to the client.
Yeah.
We gave it to him. Our hands on our heart. They have a lot of problems.
Wow. So, because what I was going to say is, my Aventador is probably worth now £200,000, and the Revuelto spec is probably £550,000. Is that worth the upgrade?
Nope. I drove the Revuelto. I own one. Sick car.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But it doesn't sound as good.
Put a Gintani on it. Put a Gintani exhaust and you hear that thing scream. They're even doing twin turbos now, underground racing in the States. Twin turbo Revuelto. These guys are crazy. I wouldn't want that much power.
Yeah.
You can't really drive it you won't be able to enjoy it every day. But a Gintani exhaust on the Revuelto sounds sick.
They're the screamy
But
loud
I'll still
ones.
suggest if you wait a bit more, 6 more months,
It'll drop.
but you should sell your Aventador now.
Right. So sort of
Cash out your money,
arbitrage
have
it a
no
bit.
car for 6
Yeah.
months, buy something normal just to get around, and then get one. Like the last Revuelto I just spec'd right now owes me 480,000 euro. That's coming in a couple of months.
Right, so that you think they'll drop because they feel expensive.
Like, there's no more premium. You can buy them from the
Yes.
dealer now direct, and you can spec them pretty low spec. Well, for rent a car, you don't have to go crazy specs. You know, you don't need carbon exteriors and all that
No.
kind of stuff. You can make it here.
Yeah.
You know, we can do the carbon here. We can
All right.
We can do all that
Well,
here.
maybe next time I come out, I'll rent one off you and try it.
You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like a Huracan on steroids.
Right.
So the Huracan drives very smooth.
Yeah.
It's like that, but obviously V12, bigger car. It's way better.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Right.
Because the Aventador, but some people like the classic Aventador.
I do,
The
yeah.
single clutch. They like
Yeah.
that feeling. It's like driving a real car, changing gears,
Yeah.
your head moves.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I enjoy
like
it
that.
too,
Yeah.
but I just feel like the new technologies, like the Apple CarPlays, all that kind of, even though it has Apple CarPlay, but I'm saying the new Revuelto, the technology that they're using in the cars these days, the Aventador's pretty old now. They're outdated.
Yeah.
They're 10 years old, even longer.
Yeah, I've never connected my phone to my Aventador.
Yeah, you just want to hear the exhaust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
What colour's your Aventador?
it's a dark grey. I don't know
grey.
the exact name, but dark grey. Because,
Yeah, nice.
you know, I think it looks good enough.
So Aventador in London is a big car.
Yeah.
To have one of those in London it's
Yeah, I've had it quite a few years, and I just
cool
think
car.
maybe I'll keep it.
look, if you want, keep it.
Yeah, because the Murcielagos are starting to
Yeah,
go
they're going
now,
up.
aren't
Yeah,
they?
of course. Galados are going up. That was
Yeah.
that was my first car ever. Was a Gallardo.
Yeah.
Or my first supercar.
Yeah.
2003, 2004 model, manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, manual, yellow minus yellow. Beautiful car.
Yeah.
Amazing car. I put straight pipes. I bought the exhaust from the UK at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a sick car.
Yeah. Because I kind of said I don't think it's worth upgrading to the Revuelto.
Keep it and grab the Revuelto. Revuelto's
right.
a sick car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then.
So Lamborghini stepped up their game.
Yeah.
Now with the Temario, the Temamario, whatever they call it, we have to see it in person.
Right.
You know, I think it'll be a good car.
Yeah.
You know, but they're starting to move away from the naturally aspirated. That's the problem. But I
Yeah.
think most supercars are sort of doing that right now, to pass regulations. So
Yeah.
it's a bit hard. I seen an article today on Porsche in the morning that Porsche are going to be no longer making the GT3 RSs after 2 years from now.
Oh, why?
Yeah, because of Euro 7.
Which is
The emissions test and all that kind of stuff.
wow.
Yeah, so they either got to put a hybrid system in it, but then I read a lot of the comments saying, scrap the GT3 RS. It's had its days. Go back to GT2 RS.
Yeah.
The twin turbo, and then you can pass the emissions, and you can pass all these green,
right.
these new legislations and laws in Germany.
Yeah.
The only other thing they can do is manufacture somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then cut off that market if they don't
Right.
want it. Bad luck.
Yeah.
Germany can't get the car. Germany can't get that car. Then they'll suffer later on, long term.
And what do you think about all these hybrids and electric? And I sometimes feel a bit old because I've got an old Testarossa, you know, with the H-gate
Sick car, man.
gearbox.
Beautiful.
We put the upgraded exhaust on it.
Beautiful car, man.
And like hearing and feeling a V12 and everything about it just seems to be going with these hybrid engines.
Look, even with the McLaren, for example, the Artura V6 twin turbo, it's not a V8 anymore. It's even getting smaller.
Like a moped.
Yeah, but super quick, 0 to 100, 2.8. Pretty fast.
But if you think about it, what's the difference between 2.8 and 3.1 for a normal person like me? I'm not a racing driver.
Not
Nothing.
much. Yeah, not much. I agree.
A bit soulless
I agree.
now.
But they have to do it. Otherwise, they're going to shut them down.
Right.
They're sort of restricted on what they can do. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why the Revuelto has the hybrid system.
Yeah.
So they can pass them. It's got a I think I seen one of the cars recently. I can't remember which supercar it was, or which sports car it was. It had a green sticker, like it's in the green zone. I'm like, how, bro? This thing is nowhere near a green sticker. But they use that to get away with it. It's the loophole.
Right. And so do you think because of this, some of the older classics, you know, maybe the final naturally aspirated cars, they might start going up in value?
They will go up in value. Everything goes up. Look at history. Go back. Look at the F1 we're talking about. 30 million. That wasn't worth, that was worth $860,000 brand new. The McLaren
and now
F1.
did you say it's 30
now
million?
It's $30 million.
And the F40 up, F50
Yep, they're all going up, and they've increased only in the last 5 years, like in major increases. So the Murcielago as well has gone up a lot.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
I feel like the old school car, but it's a cycle. Even that you buy a brand new car now, 30 years from now, it's going to be worth a lot more money.
Right.
But in 30 years from now, we're having flying cars.
And what do you think about Porsche and Ferrari making you buy 4 or 5 of their standard cars to then maybe get a limited edition one?
That's the other catch. It's like similar to some of the watch places.
Does that not feel like a bit of a scam?
Of course it does, you know.
Because it's never a guarantee, is it?
But it's not always a scam. Like you can't just be anyone and walk in and buy a Bugatti. You can't be anyone and just walk in and buy a W1.
No.
I agree with them.
Yeah.
You got to be a loyal client to them, have a few cars, and then you can get one. But like when you're talking about competiciones and stuff like that, okay, they're limited. I guess that's how they have to do it like that. That's their way of doing the business. Like,
but I don't want to buy 5 Romas to get a better Ferrari.
Correct.
I don't want to buy 5 Rolexes out the window to get a Daytona.
That's what I'm saying. So sometimes you just go buy it from the black market, pay the extra money, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, half these competiciones you see, VIP Motors got like 15 competizioni in front of your shop. A lot of people have just lost their profiles.
So now they've just and
you know, because when you sell the car, you lose your profile. So you can't. You got 18 months before you can sell a car, and if they know you've sold your car, they won't reach out to you on the next one.
So if they give you an allocation and you sell it in 18 months, they'll blacklist you from getting them.
Yes, they'll blacklist you from getting them. Yeah, you won't be able to buy a Ferrari again. That's their rule.
And what do you think about that rule?
They're trying to control the market as well.
Yeah.
So like if I was the owner of Ferrari, I'll probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
But be a bit more reasonable. You can buy something that it's like RM. You go to the store, Richard Mille. You go to buy one here, for example, you go into the store, they won't sell you one if you're just anybody off the street. If they will, they'll sell you something that's hard to sell, or they'll sell you something that's like got diamonds, that's worth 2 million euros, that not anyone can buy it.
Yeah.
And that will get you in there. For example, with the McLaren W1, I wasn't getting the allocation at the start. I was struggling to get the allocation. And I'm like, guys, I've got 7 McLarens. They're like, yes, but you're a rent-a-car. I'm like, but doesn't matter. I've got 7 McLarens. This guy's got 2. You know, like this is going to be for my personal fleet.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to a few other regions because sometimes I buy from Europe. They're like to me, if you buy the Elva from us, we'll give you a direct golden pass to get a W1. I'm like, I'm not going to go spend 5 million dirhams, 1 million pound on a car that I don't need at all, just to look at it, and then lose money on it when I want to sell it to go buy another car. I just wait for it to come out and I'll buy it with a premium. I'm like, and if I put my mind to something, means I'm going to get it. I don't care if there's a premium. I'll pay it if I really want it.
Yeah.
You know? And then I think they got to that point because I was writing messages to my guy. I go, look, I just bought a 750S from outside, and I just bought another Artura from outside of Spider. I go, you've just lost 3 million dirham from me in cars, or 4 million dirham in cars. Do you want my business or not? So he's gone, spoken to the CEOs, spoken to the management as well, and goes, guys, we're going to lose Ahmed. He's going to start buying his cars from Europe. Don't upset him. Let's get him on board. Give him what he wants. Boom.
Yeah.
I want it.
So feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot a bit, losing a bit.
Some of them are, but look, you can't really say that because some of their clients have 5, 6 cars. You're talking only 399 McLarens, for example.
Yeah.
There's a lot of customers that have McLarens.
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand. So if they did 1,000 units, it was a bit different. But they did 399. That's why they're so unique.
I remember Patek would make you buy quite a few.
I walked into the store here, 6-year waiting list. I'm like, you might as well close your shop down.
Yeah.
Like they're just taking wish lists.
Yeah.
So you're paying rent for what? I said to him, get an online store. And like I've traveled, and every time I go into a watch store, the first thing, any timepieces, sorry, nothing available.
No.
Next door.
In the window for demonstration only.
Yeah,
What?
London, Paris. I've been to Geneva. I've been every Patek store I walk into. Sorry, no timepieces available. So okay, can I order one? You're on a wish list. How long would that take? 2 to 3 years. I said, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Thing? Like, how am I even meant to build a profile if he's not even giving someone a chance?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
Yeah.
then you go to the market and you pay extra 50k euro. You buy it. You're happy. You got the watch. You're done.
Yeah.
But I find that not fair.
No, I agree.
And a lot of them get bought under the table. So you work out with the sales rep inside, becomes your friend. You give him 10, 20k on each watch, then he makes you a favorite. And every time there's a watch that pops up, he promotes your profile to the senior management as this guy deserves a watch. He's such and such and such because he's making money. So then your waiting list, you're back on the bottom of that waiting list. Money talks.
Money talks, yeah.
And it's a bit not fair, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very loyal to Patek and AP. And then after lockdown, when they stopped sending you around the world and treating you well and started make you go to the bottom of the list again. And
to be honest,
Just
RM, Richard Mill's been looking after me very well. I've 4 timepieces in 1 year and the best of the best watches.
Yeah.
Even the Dubai store goes to me, you got that as your first piece? I'm like, yep. He goes, oh my God, we can never give you that. I'm like, well, I'll take my business elsewhere then.
Right.
So it's a bit sad
yeah.
that you're trying to support your own region. But
Yeah.
I enjoy the travel. I enjoy it. I do it for YouTube.
Yeah.
I travel, I fly, I get
you
the
get
watch.
paid to travel, yeah.
Yeah, I get the watch. I go see I've been to the head office in Hong Kong. I've been to the head office in Europe. Geneva, they sent me up to the La Browse, to the whole show. I've been to the AP house in the States. So like the AP always looks after me as well.
Yeah.
Just trying to get my hands on the skeleton though. I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
And I bought 5 timepieces. It's like I'm still waiting. And I only get 2 or 3 allocations a year. But I am apparently on the list in Dubai for the next one from AP. So
I've been on the list for the blue perpetual calendar ceramic
very nice watch.
for a long while.
Very nice watch.
Yeah. And I bought a lot of those, but still on the list waiting.
Yeah, I think UK you have more of a chance than Dubai.
Right.
Because you got to understand, Dubai, you got a lot of people buying watches. It's obviously safer to buy watches here. You can wear them around. There's a lot more demand here, a lot more people that have money, and a lot more people that want to spend.
Yeah. Did you ever have a job?
Yeah, I worked at McDonald's. McDonald's was my first job.
How old are you when you worked there?
14, 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I left school. I was doing it as a after-school job.
Yeah.
So I used to finish school at 3, start at 4 till 10, go home 11, have a shower, get dressed, boom, sleep, wake up the next day, school all day, then work.
Right.
And then that money I bought my first car.
Which was?
Nissan Pulsar N13 1989 model.
Nice.
White hatchback.
Yeah.
2 6x9s in the back. Kicker subwoofer.
Yeah.
A CD player with the TV that pops out.
Yeah.
And I was cruising around thinking I was the boss on my red Ps.
Yeah.
I used to have the same in the UK, so I had a P plate on the back. And that was my first car ever. It was automatic though, it wasn't a stick shift.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, one Kiwi girl from New Zealand, she used to work with me. She's like, I got a Hyundai Excel. It was worth $5,000 at the time. My car was worth $1,000. She goes to me, I don't know how to drive manual. Would you want to do a trade? Okay, perfect. Swapped her, put her car on the market, sold for 5. Worked a bit more, saved a bit more money, bought a Honda Integra. And then I put white Diablos on it, white on white wheels, snap-on covers. Back then it was just covers, seat covers that looked nice.
Yeah.
CD player system again, cruising around the streets again. Then from that, sold that for 9 Gs. Then from 9, went to 15. Then I bought a GDR. Then I started with that money. Then I started going to the auctions.
Yeah.
Then I started not caring about what I personally want. Started doing it as a business.
Right.
Then I went and bought my main car. I was like 17 years old. My main favorite car at that time was a Subaru WRX.
Yeah.
4-door, STI, 99 model. That was my main car for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then I started going into the European, because back then it was all Jap cars.
Yeah.
No one really had the money to buy a. Back then it was an E55 Mercedes AMG. That was like the boss. If you had that, it was like back then it was worth maybe 100 Gs. If you had 100 Gs back then, you can buy a house.
Yeah.
Or you can buy a unit for that price. Yeah. So only the real big ballers or Crims and that had those type of cars back then.
Right.
And then it entered the market. Then my first European car will be like a C63 AMG.
Yeah.
The naturally aspirated ones. Hey, look how quiet it is.
Yeah. Wow.
That's on right now.
Yeah.
That's on.
Yeah, that's on.
And then he'll press the button, boom,
Yeah.
engine will start. So it's good. You don't wake up your neighbors at night, or if you're cheating on your missus, you come home, car's in electric mode.
Creep
Yeah,
out.
creep in, creep out. She won't even know you left the house.
Yeah.
So probably it's more louder to open the front door.
Yeah.
There you go, it's on
Yeah.
now. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're all doing that now. The SF90 the same.
Right.
I'm actually excited to see what's going to come out from Ferrari this year. I know that the first quarter this year they might release the 296 VS.
Right.
So it's like a Competizione style, but with a 296. There's going to be a wide body that I was told is going to come out this year, and then the SF90 replacement.
Right.
That's going to be something out of this world.
Yeah.
Because the SF90 replacement obviously has to keep up with the Revueltos, and what else they bring out? The new Aston Martin Valhalla,
Yeah.
which I've been waiting a long time for that.
Right.
I was never a big fan of Aston, but the Valhalla took my eye.
Yeah.
For the money, beautiful.
Yeah.
For what you're getting, the look, the way it's done, the way it's built, amazing, 1,000
Yeah.
horsepower. So you got to be in that 1,000 horsepower range right now with
Yeah.
Ferrari as well.
Yeah. Random one. Is it true? I heard a rumor that you sold Andrew Tate his Bugatti. Is that true?
No, that's not true. That's definitely a rumor.
Right.
So how I met Andrew Tate was through a friend of mine. He rang me, told me Andrew Tate's coming into town, and he needs a van with a driver for 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay. There was no issue with payment or anything like that. I'm like, you know what? I'll give it to him for a month, free of cost, for marketing, like
Yeah.
as a promo, a collab.
Yeah, yeah.
And I go, the van, we calculated, is 3,000 dirham a day at the time, with a driver, even a little bit more. I go, it's 100K, it's a 25K pound collab.
Yeah.
And he's like to me, look, Andrew Tate doesn't have social media at the moment, or whatever. I'm like, you
Because
know
it had all
what?
been shut down. He'd been
Yeah, I'm
banned.
like, you know what? Give him the car anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll get me business. Through his, he's good with networking. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sure he'll give me business. So I thought of it as a business loss. I'm like, you know what? Give it to him. I'm not going to charge him. Take the car. After 2 weeks, he reached out to the guys like, who's giving me this van? Not asking for money. I want to meet this guy.
Yeah.
Like, who is this guy? So he came, and then he came into my showroom in the Bugatti. And I'm the only person that has driven his Bugatti.
Right.
Besides him, his brother, and his assistant. So that's a true story. Because
Yeah.
one day he did put up one of his posts came up on my screen saying the only person that's ever driven his Bugatti is his assistant, him and his brother. I sent him a message and that's a lie, bro. I drove your car too, and sent him the video. So he started laughing. So how it happened? He came to our showroom. We met. We started talking. We got along very well straight away. We clicked on same sort of knowledge, same sort of background. We've all been poor before. We've came from nothing.
Yeah.
Like it was just super nice. And he's like to me, like it was my first time seeing a Perth Sports in person, sitting in one, starting one. He's like, take the car for a drive. I'm like, look, bro, it's not my car. I'm not gonna take the responsibility. He goes, bro, you've got at the time I had like 70. He goes, bro, you have enough to buy the car. If you crash it, now you can afford it. I'm like, okay, cool. Give me the key. Gave me the key. Took it around the block. I came back. Next week, I sent him a photo. I bought a Bugatti. So he's the one that pushed me to buy a Bugatti.
Oh, wow.
So I bought a Chiron, and I sent him a photo. I'm like, it's all because of you. You pushed me. That's what I like about him.
Yeah.
He's a genuine guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk bad about him, or don't like what he says, but he speaks the truth 99% of the time.
Yeah.
The other 1% is what people have put together about him, from separate podcasts, made him look bad, throw him on social media. But deep down, genuinely, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on him. Other people have different opinions on people. That's their business.
Yeah.
Me, you ask me about Tate, I like the bloke, he's a good guy.
So do you think he's basically been set up then?
Look, man, at the same time, if you have more power than your government, you got a problem. And his influence was that big. He was the most Googled guy on earth for that year. Andrew Tate. Like the whole world knows Andrew Tate. And if you don't know him, you send him a video, oh yeah, I know this guy. So even if you don't know the name, you send him a photo, oh yeah, I know this guy. So how I see it is like he had a lot of control and a lot of influence. So I think that the whole thing is a setup and they just want to shut him down.
Because he's got too powerful.
Take away his fame, sort of like, he got too powerful, it's too big, he set up his own little network, you got the Brotherhood, the War Room, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I feel like by them taking away his fame and people start to forget about him, then now all of a sudden now all the charges are getting dropped, everything's getting thrown out. Everything's coming out. People are getting exposed for lying. So the truth always comes out at the end.
Yeah.
And I feel like, they did it to shut him down.
Wow.
Because he was just too powerful,
Yeah.
too influential.
And what do you think about him now running for Prime Minister in the UK?
I seen that. I couldn't stop laughing. I think, to be honest, he'll do a great job.
Yeah?
Yeah, better than most of the guys you had in the past.
Well, yeah.
Who's the guy he's had last? What's his name with the white
Keir
hair?
Starmer.
What's his name with the white hair? The
Keir Starmer's the current Prime
before
Minister.
him, what's his name? Boris Johnson. That's the
Yeah,
one.
he's
BJ.
way back. There's been like 10 since then,
Yeah,
Boris Johnson.
he was in there when COVID time happened.
Yeah.
I got stuck in the UK 3 months, COVID time. I was traveling in Costa Rica. I was partying. I went to my local Subway sandwich store to get a sandwich. All the chairs were up. Like, what's going on? She goes, you don't see the news? I'm like, no, I've been partying. She's like, yeah, we're closing the airport tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Like, what do you mean? She goes, COVID. I'm like, yeah, I knew about COVID, but it was still in China at the time. But it ended up hitting us very bad. I rang my agent. I go, I need to get out of here. He's like, okay, cool. I can get you on a flight to Spain. I'm like, get me out to Spain. I checked the rates in Spain, 60,000 cases a day. I'm like, shit, what do I do now? Got to Spain. Flights were getting cancelled by the minute. He got me on an emergency flight from Spain to the UK. Got to the UK, gone to check into flight to Dubai. Boom, Dubai closed its borders. I'm like, okay, what happens now? They're going to be in the next 48 hours. We'll have an update for you. 3 months later, they opened the country. Shit. So I got stuck in London in a tank top, in a pair of shorts, in March. You know, it's cold in March.
Yeah, luckily, it's cold in July.
Luckily, the first 2 days, that first 48 hours, stores were still getting closed down by the minute. So I went to the local Westfields that you have there, I think Sheffields or whatever it's called, or Shepherd's Park, or...
Yeah, the Westfield Shopping Centre, yeah.
I don't know where the area is, I can't remember what it was called.
Bought some clothes.
I just bought 2 pairs of tracksuit pants and a jumper just in case I needed it. Then I rang my cousin and said, where are you? He goes, I'm in Germany. I said, okay, meet me in Amsterdam. Let's go and continue our party because there's nothing to do here right now in the UK. He goes, okay. I flew to Amsterdam. He drove to Amsterdam. I get there. They won't let me out of the airport. Why? Shenzhen visas are cancelled at the moment because of COVID. Like, what do I do now? They're like, you got to go back to the UK. I'm like, can I fly tonight? There's no more flights tonight. Where do I go? Can I get a hotel? No, there's no hotels. We're fully booked. Where do I go? Sleep on the couch. Slept in the airport. Next day, I can't get my bag because it's been security. You have to pass security to get your bag. Flew back home the next day. Well, not home, back to the UK the next day. And I got stuck there for 3 months. Then eventually, I got sick of the UK because everything was closed. Even McDonald's was closed. There was nothing open. Only thing he's had open was Tesco. Yeah. And towards the end, they started giving you that 1 hour a day of exercise. I gained like 15 kilos in that apartment.
Yeah.
Luckily, the Airbnb, I was giving him cash every day, £100 a day. Your food was super expensive in COVID time on Deliveroo and all that kind of stuff. And then like your daily stuff, like I was spending £200 to £300 a day every single day for 3 months, going crazy in a little apartment. Then I went to the St. Pancras station.
St. Pancras, yeah.
Yeah, I went to them. I said, listen, I got no more money. My cousin's with me because he can fly to me. So my cousin was entertaining me. He was flying down. We're having a laugh. We were still trying to run amok when we were in the UK, trying to do whatever we could. We would still sneak out, go and see whatever we can in the city.
Yeah.
And then eventually we gone to the station. I said, look, I've got no more money. I ran out of money. I've got nowhere to go. I'm going to sleep at your station today. Let me go on this train to to Germany to my cousin's. He's with me. He's got a passport. We're going to stay at his house. They spoke to the local police. They're like, look, jump on the train. Whatever happens to you after you leave the UK is your problem.
Yeah. And you got out.
Got out, got stopped at Belgium because it was a stopover.
Yeah.
They come up to us, the police, control. Where are you going? My cousin had his business card on him. It was an insurance card, but it was in German. So we showed it to him. We're like, look, we're 2 reporters from Australia. We're coming to report the COVID that's going up right now in Germany. We just came from the UK. Okay, go. Boom, jumped back on the train, got out, boom, I was wrapped, went straight to the kebab shop, got a kebab in Germany. I was sweet. And then about one week later, the borders opened for us to fly back, residents to fly back to Dubai.
Yeah.
Came back to Dubai, lockdown, quarantine 2 weeks. I'm like, I just did 90 days.
Yeah.
You know, like, you want to lock me down again? Lockdown 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, out. Mind you, my son was in Australia, missed his first birthday, because we sort of split. She went to Australia to go, she had a funeral to go and attend and all that stuff. COVID happened, she got stuck there. I got stuck in the UK. She didn't have a residency yet of the UAE, so she couldn't come back. She had to wait for tourists to be allowed to come to UAE. So even though I was in Dubai, I was another month away from my family. It was a nightmare, bro.
Yeah. Are your family here now, though?
Everyone's here, everyone's sweet now. But that, man, it's...
Yeah.
When COVID happened, I had bought all these cars with my money. I have bought properties off plan. Had no more money left. I came back from the UK minus $80,000 on my credit card. And I'm like, what do I do now? Like 4 a.m, she walked out, seen me on the couch, stressing as hell. She goes, what's wrong? I go, I think, we're gone bust. COVID came. I paid for insurance on all these cars. I bought all the cars in full. I've got properties off plan that I can't afford to pay. I've got properties in Australia that are not getting sold because of COVID, which my money's stuck in. I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. Within a 3 weeks later, or about a month later, boom, the only country in the world open for tourism was us.
Right.
And people flocked over like no tomorrow. So
Wow.
everyone that was stuck in their country, who had all this money saved, just wanted to spend it. So like I was buying car after car. People will be renting every single car I had. That car, I want it. I'm like, okay, I'll go buy another car for the family. Okay, I'll take that car. I'm like, okay, I'll catch a taxi to work. Boom, buy another car. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Something like I'd never seen before. And since then till now, I'm very happy.
Yeah, wow, what a story.
Yeah, that story, I'll never forget it in my
Yeah.
life. That story I'll never forget.
Yeah.
So to the point of breaking and failing and losing everything, it turned for me. Look where we are today.
Yeah. And do you think because you were so close, it gave you a bit of strength and something to call back on?
100%.
Yeah.
Someone else probably would have just crumbled, gave up, sold the cars at a loss, gone back to his country,
Yeah.
back on the pension maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And
crazy.
what is it about you that won't quit?
Man, I don't want to be a failure in life. I want to be proud of what I've done, what I've accomplished. I want my son to be proud of his dad. We came from a very, very poor family. My mum had a disability, she couldn't work. Public housing. We've been from the struggles. So
Yeah.
saving your money, hustling, investing your money back into cars. Always had a side job, always had 2-3 incomes all my life. And I just want my son to have a good future. And I
Yeah.
want to enjoy my life a bit as well.
Yeah.
Early retirement,
Yeah. Yeah.
I say I'm going to retire, but I know I love working too much. I'm here 6-7 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm in my office 10 o'clock in the morning to maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock daily.
Yeah.
I enjoy what I do. I love sitting around the cars. I love meeting people. Business is good. I shoot TikToks. I shoot my videos.
Yeah.
All day I'm busy. Before you know it, day's over. I enjoy myself when I travel.
Yeah. And I guess now you must meet quite a lot of famous people with what you do.
Everyone. I've met everyone in this business.
Yeah. So, got any celeb clients?
Well, Andrew Tate was my favorite.
Yeah.
But Andrew Tate sent us a lot of business. Back on Andrew Tate's story. So after I met him, he sent me like 3-4 people that took cars off us for like 12 months straight.
Right, wow.
Contracts.
Yeah.
Corporate clients that has spent, on average 20-30K pound a month in our business.
Wow.
Times it by 4 or 5 people. So by me giving him that van, free, opened up a lot with me.
Yeah.
Then after that 3 month, he extended 6 months when he was here, and he paid me every single month.
Yeah.
No issue at all. So like it was just for his obviously his crew. It wasn't for him. He doesn't rent cars. He has his own cars.
Yeah.
Then we've gone to cruises together. I've given him a supercar to go up to Jabal Jais and smash the mountains.
Yeah.
SF90, he drove it and he goes to me, it's got no soul in it because it was electric, hybrid.
Yeah.
Then he's bought 2 of them now. It's crazy.
Yeah. What's a secret you've never shared or a story you've never told?
Shit. That one's a hard one. We had a funny story though, if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I want a funny story.
I'll tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
So in my first year of the business, I had a Maserati, and we rented it to a guy from the UK. So he's gone down to the Palm. He's crashed the car. I get a phone call from the police at 3 a.m. You've left the car in the middle of the road. You've had an accident. You left the car in the middle of the road. Had an accident. So I checked the tracking device. The tracking device is showing me the Palm. So I've gone to the Palm, 3 a.m., driving around for an hour or two, can't find no car. Mind you, the guy that had the accident didn't call me. I'm ringing the guy that had the accident, he's not answering. So the next day he answers the phone. I'm like, where's my car? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know where the car is? He's like, I don't know where the car is. The tracking device is showing me the Palm. He's telling me he doesn't know where the car is. And the police telling me he's had an accident. So I got him, did you have an accident with the car? He goes, yeah, I just curbed your rim. I'm like, okay, you curbed the rim. Police end up telling me that the car's in the police station. So why was the tracker showing me it's at the Palm? From the impact of the accident, tracker has came off.
Wow.
For some reason still got a battery in it, or the last signal was in the Palm. So it doesn't show me that it's in the impound out at the police station and the car's a total loss. So I still don't know how bad the accident is. So I'm calling the guy, I'm like, where are you? Then he's like, I'm at the mall. I'm just having a bite. I'm like, bro, you just had a car accident in my car. You're not answering anyone's calls. Police is calling me and you're having a bite in the mall. Like no fucks given.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? And he's like to me, I'll be there shortly. I'll meet you at the 5 Palm. I'm like, okay. So I've gone back to the 5 Palm, waiting for this guy to come. He's sending me videos. He goes, bro, I'm in the shower. Like, not showing me, he just showed me the shower's on. He goes, bro, I've just jumped in the shower. I need about 20 minutes, half an hour. I'll be down at the lobby, and I'll bring you I'll bring my passport, and I'll bring you all the documents that you need for the insurance claim. I'm like, okay, cool. Mind you, I still haven't seen the car yet. And then I sent my boy to the RTA. He's sending me a video of the car. Sorry, I sent the boy to the police station. Sends me a video of the car. It's total loss. It's mangled.
Written off, total.
Written off completely. There's not just the rim.
Yeah.
So then by that time, I sort of clicked on, this guy's lying to me. What do we do? So I sent the passport straight to, back then you had to have a sponsor. It was a 5149 business plan. So if anyone that wanted to open a company in Dubai, you needed a sponsor. So I had a pretty powerful sponsor. So I sent him the passport. He ran some checks. He told me that the guy's already booked the ticket. He's already boarded the flight.
Fuck.
And he's leaving to Saudi right now. He's at the airport. So now I got the shits. And I rang him. I said, listen, 1, 2, 3. I know where you are. I know where you're going. You're at the airport. But it's okay. It's cool. We'll catch you later. So he left. He took off. He went back to his country, which is the UK, which I have friends in the UK. But we didn't do nothing bad to him. We let him go. And I did everything the right way. So I opened the legal case on him here. We got the damage report from the police. We got all that. So then he actually got into trouble with the police here as well because he'd done a hit and run, basically.
Yeah. Right.
So he flew back 2 years later, thinking he's cool. They grabbed him at the airport, took him straight to the police station, straight to jail. They let him out after 7 days. Then after 7 days, he had a criminal case against him, and he had a case with us. So he had to come and pay us.
Yeah.
So it went from something, but the way the video he said, like, I had a feeling that something's not right. So I sent the passport to get it checked, and it said that he already had booked tickets, he already had checked in at the airport in immigration, he's already on an aeroplane. And the aeroplane hadn't taken off, but they couldn't stop a whole plane to take one guy off for a small accident or something like that. It's not like he's committed a murder or something where they can stop it. But it's sort of international airspace. There was a lot of regulations and rules behind them. I'm like, all right, fine, let him go.
Yeah.
Everyone eventually comes back to Dubai.
Yeah.
It's a place that you cannot resist of coming back. You have to come back. It's a beautiful place, or you come through transit. Where anywhere you want to go, it's a network hub.
Yeah.
Ended up getting him at the end. He gave me paid the bill, 250,000 dirham.
He
Like
paid you
70k pound. Yeah, he couldn't leave the country. Yeah.
And do you have many accidents, crashes?
And the reason why, it was a total loss. It was a hit and run. It was drink driving.
Oh, no.
So that way, of course, the insurance wasn't going to cover it because I know a lot of people are going to comment now, oh, but you have insurance.
Right.
People don't understand. Okay, even if I have insurance, for example, last year we had 4 claims, 4 million dirham. I gave the insurance company 2.5 million dirham. So basically, the year before this, so they basically booted me out. Like, you're costing us more money.
Yeah.
So we're at a loss at insuring your cars. So I left from paying 3% fleet, now I'm paying 8%.
Wow.
So okay, I had the car insured for 1.1. Maybe I bought it for 900. I made 200,000 out of a total loss, but I just paid an extra million dirham in premium.
Yeah.
So people think that it's just that easy. Oh, you can have insurance. Insurance don't even want to give supercar insurance anymore.
Yeah.
It's very. There's only 2 companies that still do supercar hire in the UAE.
Wow.
The rest are sort of saying no. It's either a big fleet or nothing, and they want to have a track record of your business that you're not at a loss.
Yeah.
So mainly the rental cars they're insuring as like SUVs and stuff because they feel more safer, G-Wagons and all that kind of stuff. Anyone that comes with 10 supercars, they get scared. It's a bad policy for them. It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So people don't see it in terms of business. We do get losses.
Yeah. This has been great.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you. Thanks for
Crazy.
letting us here.
Nah, you're welcome anytime.
Great
man.
showroom.
Honestly, you're welcome.
Maybe
If you want a car for today, whatever I've got available, you can take something. If that's available, I prefer you to take that. That might change your mind on Ferrari.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't ask you if you had to choose out of the 4, what would you choose?
I'd probably do McLaren 4th, Porsche 3rd, Ferrari 2nd, Lamborghini 1st.
Lamborghini first, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Lambo lover.
obviously I own, I don't own a McLaren, but I've got a 911 Turbo S. You can daily that, and it's obviously ticks all the boxes, but it's not super exciting. Ferrari used to be first as I was growing up with Testarossa F40. Yeah. I just think Lamborghini are getting it right. They're getting the younger market.
But now with this new Urus SE, looks too weak, no?
I would never buy a 4x4 Lamborghini because it's not
what it's made.
That's not what it does. I got my wife the RSQ8, the Vorsprung, and she loves it, and it was like £120,000.
Nice car.
It's not much different to the Urus, is it?
Yeah, a lot of the value is there.
Yeah,
it's
and
very nice.
for your wife as well. She doesn't want something Mansouri. You know?
Porsche Turbo GT is a nice car.
Is it?
Yeah. If you have to take a Cayenne Turbo GT, that would be probably be one of my fastest SUVs I've driven. We got the Aston 707, beautiful car.
Right.
Bit outdated with the infotainment system.
Yeah.
But the new one they fixed it. But man, you guys are welcome anytime.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed your time as well.
Thank you. So obviously, if you're in the UK, you may not know about Ahmed. I mean, you're killing it all over the world. Your social media is huge.
Thank you.
And you've got 100 cars. Where should people follow you?
Post every single day on TikTok. so it's daily.
And what's that? What do we follow?
So
What's
it's
the name?
Ahmed Amwell.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the details.
Yeah.
We started a YouTube channel about 6 months ago. So it gives you more of a detailed overview of my business and of my lifestyle.
Is that Ahmed Anwar as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I have the Instagram Ahmed Amwell as well. So, yeah.
And then if someone's in Dubai and they want a car, what do they do?
Luxury supercar rentals. We're online, we're on websites, we're on Instagram, on social media. Everything's there. We deliver a car faster than Pizza Hut or Domino's, so we're there within 30 minutes.
Really?
Yep. We've got over 100. We've got over 25 drivers. So whenever you book a car, within 30 minutes, we've got the car. If the car's available, subject to availability, car will be there in 30 minutes. It's like Deliveroo, Talibat, Kareem, in Uber Eats.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
We're in the car, Supercar Eats.
Great.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed this. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, man. Appreciate your time.